So when this is moving in water, now this side it's moving to the right. The front edge will be the leading edge and the back edge will be the trailing edge. And if you consider the entire length 2.1 meter, then the Reynolds number for that is rho L into velocity by mu. And this rho by mu part, that is mu by rho. When rho goes to the denominator, it is mu by rho. So mu by rho can be replaced by the kinematic viscosity nu. So the velocity of the solid here, so that's why it is u is written. If it is velocity of the fluid, then we write u infinity. That is a free stream velocity. Okay, so that velocity multiplied by the length divided by kinematic viscosity. This is an alternate form for Reynolds number based on the kinematic viscosity. If it is dynamic viscosity mu you are using, then it will be rho L u by mu. Rho L into velocity by mu. Okay, so UL into kinematic viscosity. I remember kinematic viscosity must be in SI unit, that is in meter square per second. 0.3154 into 10 raised to minus 4 meter square per second, small value. So 1.5 is the velocity in meter per second multiplied by the length of the plate. So at the trailing edge, the back, the front end is called the leading edge facing flow and the back end is trailing edge. So that all the way from front end to the back end, total length. So at that position, you are finding the Reynolds number. So if you want the Reynolds number at the midway of the plate, then you take half of the length. So here you'll be considering the entire length. So length is 2.1 meter. 1.5 into 2.1 divided by this 0.3154 into 10 raised to minus 4. So you get this number. Please verify this value. Verify whether you are getting this value. So 99,873.177 at the trailing edge. That is, we are considering the total length here. So this is the leading edge. Here it is moving to the right. Therefore, this is the leading edge and this is the trailing edge. So at the trailing edge, now the Reynolds number is this one. So RE based on the entire length, it is 99,873.177. So less than 1 lakh. So since it is less than 5 lakhs, see general case in the sense, so what we have studied, strictly laminar means nearly up to 3 lakhs and up to 5 lakhs, above 5 lakhs, it is turbulent. So between 3 and 5, 3 and sometimes 5.5 lakhs, that is boundary layer flow will be in the transition zone. But since in transition zone, there are not much correlations available. So we will be taking broadly this value 5 into 10 raised to 5 as the Reynolds number to confirm whether it is laminar or turbulent. This is a critical value we take. So we will not take 3 into 10 raised to 5 unless it is specified in the question. For checking whether it is laminar turbulent, you can make use of this number 5 into 10 raised to 5. So below that you can write laminar and above 5 lakhs you can write purely turbulent. Okay, so just to avoid transition zone. So since it is less than 1 lakh, there is no question of the number becoming more than this. Now this is 1 lakh, below 1 lakh. So therefore, since it is less than 5 lakhs, the boundary layer flow over the entire length of the plate is laminar. We can confirm that. Okay. So we calculated Reynolds number. Now, in the morning session, I told you the drag force on the plate. How do you find out? CD, that is a coefficient of drag or what we call average coefficient of drag. So there are so many correlations available to find out the coefficient of drag. But we will use a prominent one because based on different velocity profiles, the average coefficient of drag may be different. And if you want to memorize a particular correlation for the coefficient of drag, it is better to use Blasius correlation because that's an important one. So FD is the drag force that is equal to CD into half rho A U square. And A is the area of this plate under consideration. But now there may be a question if whether you want to consider one side of the plate or both sides of the plate. So if see the plate is facing the flow, that means the plate is dragged along water. So what you can consider is both sides will be in contact with water. So the upper surface as well as the bottom surface. So if you consider the total drag on the plate by considering one surface, it is this one. And if it is 2 surfaces, then 2 into that. That means area will be doubled. So you have to consider both top and bottom. So if that idea is not very clear, then from the question, then better for us to write both. That is the total drag on the plate by considering on one surface only and then both surfaces. So the basic equation you should try to remember, FD is equal to CD into half rho A U square. Okay. And if you take 2 into that, then that means you are considering both surfaces of this thin plate dragged in water. Okay, so it's very simple. Now, the density of water rho available, area of the plate under consideration that is available, then velocity of the plate. Here it is velocity of the plate because the plate is dragged along, it is moving in water. Then CD you have to get. See, for that purpose, CD we have some correlations in terms of Reynolds number. So what we are going to do next? So we will take, say, just consider this one. Just a minute. Yeah. CD is the average skin friction coefficient or average drag. That is better. As the word is average because if it is local skin friction coefficient, then you will write CFX. Morning session, I told you that. CFX means that is the local skin friction coefficient. This is average skin friction coefficient. Otherwise, it will be specified local by the word local. So average coefficient of drag or simply coefficient of drag or average skin friction coefficient denoted by CD. And this is a very important correlation. Blasius equation. Blasius equation essentially make use of laminar boundary layer flow analysis. So CD is, this correlation you can memorize. Blasius correlation, it's very important. There are many depending upon different velocity profiles. So CD is equal to 1.328 divided by root of REL. REL means Reynolds number based on the length, entire length. And we found out that by considering 2.1 meters of this plate. So we got Reynolds number as 99,873.177. Reynolds number at the edge of the plate, length 2.1 meter in the direction of flow. So 1.328 divided by root of Reynolds number. So 1.328 divided by 99,873.177. So we'll get a coefficient of drag as 0.0042. 0.0042 is the coefficient of drag, average coefficient of drag or average skin friction coefficient. So if you want to find out now the total drag, its equation is very simple. On one surface only, then FD is equal to CD into half rho A U square. CD we found out from this correlation. Remember that is the famous Blasius correlation for finding the coefficient of drag. So FD is equal to CD is 0.0042 into half rho. Density of water is taken as 1000 kilogram per meter cube. We know that. Then area. See, the area is area of the plate. One surface. It is 2.1 into 0.9. See, we calculated. That is 1.89 meter square. 1.89 in meter square. That is a unit. Then U in U square. So that is the velocity of the plate here. 1.5 meter per second. That square. So you'll get FD is 8.930 if you consider one surface. So the drag on the plate, when you consider one surface, say top surface, this is the case. If both surfaces are considered, so total drag will be twice that. So twice that means, you know, the area will be doubled. That's all. So 2 into this 8.9303. So you'll get 17.861 Newton. So this is the answer to the question. So important point is you should remember the Blasius correlation or Blasius equation for finding the coefficient of drag. CD 1.328 divided by a root of REL. Remember it is used for laminar boundary layer flows. Air flows over a flat, this is actually a flat plate, 1 meter long, and the width of the plate is not specified. See, in such cases, what you can do is you can consider the drag per unit length on the sides of the plate. Per unit length, the unit width of it actually, total drag per unit width. So if it is not available, then while taking area, then what you can do is the length multiplied by the width. Just assume that it is unit length, that is 1 meter. Okay. So air flows over a flat plate 1 meter long, velocity is 6 meter per second, that is U. Determine the boundary layer thickness at the end of the plate. So here also we require a correlation to find out the boundary layer thickness delta. Boundary layer thickness at the end of the plate. See, we know that the boundary layer grows in size and grows in thickness as we move from leading edge to the trailing edge. So the maximum boundary layer thickness that will be there at the end of the plate. So here you have to find out that. That means here the flow over 1 meter length. So that after 1 meter, then what is the boundary layer thickness delta? So you have to find out the Reynolds number there, because all those correlations, that will be in terms of Reynolds number. So the density of air here is 1.23 kilogram per meter cube. That is given in the question. And this one, see, this is what is given is it's not Y, it is nu. That is kinematic viscosity. So kinematic viscosity is of air. It is 0.15 into 10 raised to minus 4 meter square per second. That is SI unit. Earlier it was given in CGS unit, that is Stokes, but here it is directly given in meter square per second. So you can directly substitute in the formula for the Reynolds number. Okay, we'll try to solve this question now. Okay. So what do we do in this case? See, the flat plate that is 1 meter long, length 1 meter. As I told you, the width is not available. For calculating the coefficient of the drag force, you can consider that it is of uniform width also. That is 1 meter width also you can consider. So free stream velocity U is equal to 6 meter per second. Density is 1.23 kilogram per meter cube for the air. Kinematic viscosity is available in SI units itself. See the Reynolds number at the end of the trailing edge. Consider the entire one length. So that is rho L U by mu in terms of dynamic viscosity. In terms of kinematic viscosity, it is L U by nu. So L is 1 meter, U is 6 meter per second, and the kinematic viscosity is 0.15 into 10 raised to minus 4. So after all, it's a question of substitution only. So you will get exactly 4 lakhs. So 4 lakhs, 4 into 10 raised to 5. See, since Reynolds number is less than 5 lakhs, the boundary layer up to the end of the plate for the entire length of the plate is only laminar. So Reynolds number is less than 5 lakhs. Okay. So boundary layer thickness at the end of the plate. Now we have to find out. So this is a diagram for that. The free stream velocity. See, so the boundary layer formed over here at the end of the trailing edge, 1 meter, you have to calculate this delta, maximum boundary layer thickness. See, for that you can use again, since the flow is occurring in the laminar boundary layer regime only, you can use Blasius correlation. See, the Blasius correlation delta, to be accurate, is a 4.91 into x divided by root of Rex. But this one, see, if you find in textbooks and all, you find Blasius correlation if you use, instead of 4.91, it will be 5. Doesn't matter, you can make use of that one also. So you can even write delta is equal to 5x divided by root of Rex. See, Rex means Reynolds number at distance x. So here that x, what you're taking is x will be your L, 1 meter. So wherever you have to find out the Reynolds number, the boundary layer thickness, you have to use the Reynolds number over there. See, for example, at the middle of the plate, if you want to find out, then while calculating the Reynolds number, you have to substitute half of the length and then find out Reynolds number over there. And then that Reynolds number to be used over here to find out the boundary layer thickness at the middle of the plate. So here all the way up to the trailing edge. So we have to find out the boundary layer thickness at the end of the trailing edge. So 4.91 or even 5. See, let me tell you very clearly, you can make use of Blasius correlation like this also. Delta is equal to 5x divided by root of Rex instead of 4.91. So x is equal to 1 meter. And Rex, we are taking Rel, in fact, that is entire length we consider, because we have to find out the boundary layer thickness at the end of the plate. So 4 into 10 raised to 5, just substitute over here. It's only a substitution. So what do you get? The answer will be in, see, this is a linear dimension, delta. Boundary layer thickness at the end of the plate in meters, 7.7634 into 10 raised to minus 3 meters. So boundary layer thickness after 1 meter length of the plate for the given flow situation is 7.7634 into 10 raised to minus 3 meter. And if you multiply by 1000, you will get this 10 raised to minus 3 part can be removed. So you'll get 7.763 millimeter. So nearly 8 millimeter. Okay, that is the boundary layer thickness at the end of the plate. Okay, now we consider the shear stress, the second item to be found out. That is the shear stress at the middle of the plate. So shear stress at the middle of the plate means that x is equal to the total length at the end of the plate, it is 1 meter. At the middle of the plate, it is L by 2, 1 by 2, that is half a meter. And then again, you have a Blasius correlation. See the Blasius correlation, solution to this. See in the morning session, when I told you about von Karman momentum integral equation, and that can also be used to find out this tau 0 by rho u square, because dou theta right hand side will be dou theta by dou x, and the theta will be the momentum thickness. That is von Karman momentum integral equation. Here we have a ready-made Blasius solution available for the laminar flow applications. For the shear stress divided by rho u square, or sometimes rho we write rho u infinity square, that is equal to 0.332 divided by root of Rex. So you can make use of this equation for the wall shear stress, which is originally found from Blasius solution directly. But the important thing is you have to find out the shear stress at the middle of the plate. So this Reynolds number, which we calculated initially, that 4 lakhs cannot be used here, because that Reynolds number that prevails at the end of the plate. Here this Reynolds number, see this Rex, you have to calculate at the middle of the plate. Okay, so as the length changes, or the distance, the sections where you want the Reynolds number that changes, Reynolds number also changes, right? So U into L divided by kinematic viscosity. In terms of kinematic viscosity, we used to say U into L. Here L, instead of L, Rex. So at after x is equal to 0.5 at the middle of the plate. So you just substitute instead of x, you have 0.5. So earlier, when you consider full 1 meter, then you got Reynolds number 4 lakhs. So here it is 2 lakhs you're getting because you have used half the length. So at the middle of the plate, it is Reynolds number is 2 lakhs. And then this equation, tau, what is tau 0? This rho u square, you can take it to the right hand side. So rho u square into 0.332 divided by root of Rex. Remember where you require the local Reynolds shear stress, local shear stress, so that value at you are considering the length from the leading edge up to the middle of the plate. If you consider the entire length, then the equation you can make use of, but the Reynolds number then will be for the entire length, RL, you have to take. So here tau 0 at the middle of the plate. So you're considering from the leading edge to the middle of the plate. So the wall shear stress will be rho u square. Rho is 1.23 into velocity 6 square into this 0.332 that is there in the correlation, divided by square root of Rex, that is 2 lakhs. So you get tau 0 is equal to 0.0329. See, there is another way of finding out this one, because if you want to find out local skin friction coefficient, then this equation I told you during the morning session, that is tau 0, if you want to find out, alternately you can make use of this also, half into rho u square into CFX. See, CFX is local skin friction coefficient, not the average skin friction coefficient, that is known as the coefficient of drag. That is for finding the total drag force. So here CFX, if you want to find out the local shear stress value, wall shear stress value, then half into rho u square into CFX. But again, for CFX, you require some correlation. This is it. For laminar boundary layer, local skin friction coefficient CFX is 0.664 divided by Rex. Okay, and Reynolds number is U into X by nu. So these correlations you have to keep in mind. See, one for the local shear stress value tau 0, and one for the local skin friction coefficient, and then one for the average coefficient of drag. Those correlations, important correlations, you have to memorize for using in exams. And we are making use of Blasius solution for all these cases. This solution, that is an analytical solution which he found out, and that is considered to be very prominent one in boundary layer studies. So tau 0 is equal to half rho u square into CFX. This is only a checking because we found out the shear stress already. So if Rex at half a meter, it is 2 lakhs. So if you substitute CFX, find out CFX and use this CFX in this equation, you will again get tau 0. So 0.664 divided by root of 2 lakhs. So you'll be getting 0.001485 if you want to find out local skin friction coefficient. And then that will lead you to the local wall shear stress at x is equal to 0.5 at the middle of the plate. Half rho u square into CFX you can make use of. So you'll get the same value as before. So you got the same value tau 0 by either you use the correlation, Blaze's correlation for the shear stress directly, or you can make use of this correlation for CFX, that is local skin friction coefficient, and then use it in the expression for tau 0. See this one. Okay, so there are two options available. Now the total drag that you know already, and we used this coefficient of drag, this formulation part, this we used earlier. This is also Blaze's correlation for laminar boundaryless zone. So CD is equal to 1.328 divided by root of REL, sorry, because we are, since we are writing, average coefficient of drag, considering the entire length, the drag force is to be calculated. So therefore it is the Reynolds number based on the total length of the plate. It is not for the half length. So FD is equal to half rho AU square into CD. And here the length is 1 meter, the width is not available. So you are just assume that it is unit width also 1 meter in such cases if it is not available. So the area is 1 into 1, that is 1 meter square. And density rho is 1.23 for air kilogram per meter cube. And the CD, this correlation 1.328 by root of REL. See, REL is 4 lakhs, it's not 2 lakhs. 2 lakhs is at the midway. Here it is for the entire length. REL, Reynolds number based on the entire length, that is 4 lakhs. So you substitute over here, you will get CD. So once you get CD value here, CD value, you just find out the FD per unit length of the plate. Again, if you consider both sides, then that will be definitely into 2, because here we are considering one side of the plate. Okay, so this is the frictional force or the drag force acting on one side of the plate, upper surface or bottom surface. So we are considering any one. So if you want to find out the total drag force on both sides, and then into 2. So in examinations, if the idea is not clear, you give both, like of considering one surface, drag force considering one surface only, then this one, and drag force considering both surfaces, then that answer multiplied by 2. Okay, so area will be doubled. So that is the idea. See, the question number 19 and 20, belong to this boundary layer theory. I hope you can manage. The only difficulty is that you have to memorize certain correlations. And here we used Blaze's correlation. Okay. Okay then. Thank you so much.